Real People Talk. I think we're on episode 9. I'm just waiting for Dave. He said it'd be 5 minutes. I'd just get a letter anyway. I've sent to post. I'll be posting 9 when it comes, I guess. Today, the question we're going to ask people is, if you could go back in time and talk to your past self and give them a piece of advice, what would you say? And how would you guide yourself and why? So let's see what kind of answers we get.
Yeah, so we are about to speak to some people now. Let's go get some insight. What is the question of the day, Josh? What is it?
So the question of today is, if you could go back in time and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be and why? And it'll be interesting because obviously people are different ages, so we don't have to have like a specific age about it. A young person.
Yeah, this is where this will go to so many different people, won't it?
Yeah.
But asking this, excuse me, hi there, buddy. Me and my friend are doing a web series.
It's James.
Nice to meet you, James.
Sorry,
You all right?
Clammy with the pressure.
Oh, do you know? Don't you worry about it, my friend. It's a nice warm day, isn't it? So you know what?
It is, yeah.
As long as it's sunny, mate, I'll take a clammy handshake. Don't you worry about it. So yeah,
On record.
yeah, that is on record. Yeah. If this goes to court, man, that's been authenticated. Look, it is really me. It's really me. So yeah, so today this is the Real People Talks. I'm Dave. I'm speaking to
James.
Nice to meet you, James, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
How's your day going, man? All right.
It's going right. I just got off work. I've had a pint, and I'm about to go into the library.
Oh, nice. What are you studying for? Anything specifically?
Nothing, no. I've got a friend who's not studying either, but they're in there reading a book. So I'm going to go in and maybe there'll be a book there that I can read. I don't know. I'm not familiar with libraries.
Do you know what? That's great, man. That's great. I went through a stage back in the day. I mean, on the torrent sites, I used to get download loads of books and stuff. And
Those are the real libraries.
yeah. Just sort of, I used to just because you download loads and loads of PDFs. I used to read all sorts, but like I say, you just kind of open yourself up to new things. I mean, sometimes you don't even have to have a specific title, just take a book out and just read it, and it might give you some insight, something you can use in your life, or just something you can look at and can be beneficial down the line. So yeah.
I've got a quote for you actually.
Yeah, hit me with it.
£60 full spark plug replacement.
Nice.
It's quite cheap.
Where's the quote from?
Local mechanics.
No, are you a mechanic?
No.
Right. So, that is a local mechanic. Say it again, because that was almost like a rap. It was Eminem-esque, was that? It spit it like a
I'll
bat.
spit it. £60 full spark plug replacement.
Yeah. Give me some skin, I like that, yes.
That's beautiful.
So, my friend, sorry, on a serious note, the question of today is, if you go back in time and have a real telling off to your younger self, what would you say?
I'd say sort out your posture and probably do better in maths as well. I failed my maths GCSE like 3 times. Retrospectively, it's quite easy. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I'd take a soft love approach. I'd sit myself down, I'd walk through the science tables, and I'd make it make sense. And then you never know, I might be working in a bank or something.
This is it, or you could go on a physics degree, man, and you know what I mean?
Physics,
when the world's got the pot, man, you could find a new planet out there, what we could
apprenticeship. I'd have done an apprenticeship.
What would you have done?
God knows, anything that makes money, really.
I like that. Guys, anything, especially with this inflation, my friend, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think you follow your passions outside of work, and then you just work and get as much money as you can inside there.
Totally true, and this is it. There's a lot of people I knew back in the day, and even myself, I did this to a degree. I sort of did things it was sort of work related, but I used to put a big emphasis on joy and fun, you know what I mean? So, but really I should be more sensible with that and probably pursued the fun stuff separately. But a lot of people don't, you know what I mean? We want to get paid to have a good time, and unless you're on a P star, that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
That's YouTube friendly, by the way.
I mean, if these cars take off, we might both be on it.
This is it, I'm telling you, yeah.
But I think if you pursue...
Next year, Britain's Got Talent. This is next year.
I'm free.
Oh,
yeah.
man, listen, let's do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, more mechanics. We'll have to visit more mechanics, get more bars. Yeah, this is it. I mean, I think I'll have to probably do my beatboxes. I need to go visit a dentist, get some more teeth fitting, which means I'll do my beatboxing a bit more thingy. You know what I mean? Can you imagine old age pension beatboxing? It would just
I've seen it.
Have you seen it? Yeah, it would just be like being spat at, wouldn't it? I can imagine, because there'd be no vibrations. The S's would be completely gone, wouldn't there? There'd be no S's there, would there? And then the vibrations that's the one that you make off your teeth.
It is, the plosives and the sibilants.
Yeah. So it's before we did that beatbox, I'm glad I've been going to the dentist. I think I went. Yeah, I've got my front teeth done, and I do reckon.
They're looking good.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, they're sounding good as well, because before this, I wouldn't have been able to do that beatbox, my friend. So you'd have gone back in time and you'd have spoken yourself about. Yeah, you'd probably like just work harder at maths. Why posture? That's the interesting one. Because I sort of think a lot of teenage boys, we do sort of slump and.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got better at it lately, but I'm thinking. Imagine if my posture was really good my whole life. I'd probably be, maybe a ballet dancer or something.
Could have been NBA.
NBA, well, I don't know if I'm that tall or that coordinated. But maybe.
Whatever, it'd have been better for your thoracic spine. That's one thing we're doing on your lumbar support.
Yeah.
But it's what is it, my friend? It's I know what you mean. It's like I kind of had a similar thing like that myself in my teens. I think as a typical teenage boy, we do slump, and your hormones are all over, your testosterone levels are so high. We do sort of. I sort of had that same question with myself. I remember being about 16 and thinking to myself, stand tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm size 12. So at school I was like really tall. I kind of thought I'd been taller than I was, but I sort of slowed down a bit too quick, unfortunately. NBA was not for me, but then you grow really fast at school and you slow down quite quickly.
Yeah, you might have a shot at WNBA now.
Yeah, this is it. Hey. Do you know what? This could be the way forward. Do you know what I mean? I might go play that and go score 200 dunks. You never know.
I mean, that'd be a good season.
Do you know what? Yeah, gender fluid. You know what I mean?
Fluid with the ball, fluid with the gender.
Mate, this is it, mate. We are inclusive. We're inclusive. True, isn't it? Yeah, it got to me. Yeah. So, what age was you when you? When you adapted your posture?
I was like a couple of weeks ago.
Also a few weeks ago?
Yeah. But actually, it's noticeable, I think. When I'm walking, you ain't got to shot me walking, you might not get one. But you can notice it.
Do you find when you're, just from I think just from a psychological standpoint, when you stand up, gives you that bit of, don't you? You feel it. Yeah, you sort of feel a little bit empowered, I guess.
You breathe better as well.
Yeah.
That's another thing. When people breathe in, they think their stomach has got to go in when they breathe in, and
it goes out.
Yeah,
it goes out.
And once you do that, you feel way better.
It's really crazy, mate. You're right. I mean, I did like loads of martial arts. We used to teach, and you know what I mean. A lot of that's like sort of breathing stuff, isn't it?
I was going to mug you, but
you can still mug me, but when I'm on phone, can you put money in my pocket instead of taking it out?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, like a confused mugger, because I do need some cash. Yeah. He's a mugger, but he's like, but he gives to the beaten up.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, Robin Hood. Yeah, Robin Hood. I know they said something politically incorrect then, but I won't do. but yeah, thingy, man. It's it's what is it? I know what you mean with the. Because I'm sort of similar. When I breathe, I sort of all this goes out. A lot of people think that you breathe your chest, don't you?
Yeah.
But you find when you sort of breathe, it's so much easier.
With your stomach, yeah.
So much easier. But you're right. You use sort of all of it, and you sort of find, but you just you get like a better breath.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know who invented that phrase, breathe your chest, or breathe in when you breathe. Yeah, an idiot. Yeah. Unqualified idiot.
It makes it a bit more dense, doesn't it? If you
I guess, yeah. Do you know what? You know what a hench do, don't you? Breathe in somebody who's hench, got more juice than Robinson's. Breathe in, it's doing it.
Popeye shit.
This is it. Juice is the street name for, we won't mention because we want to keep this correct, but we call it juice. I used to turn around and say, have you seen that guy's had more juice than Robinson's? That's what I used to say.
Faces look really fat.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's like, it's like, I don't want a headbutt from that guy. So you think, don't you? But the good thing though with like the posture, that's a good positive change. I sort of found when I started walking more upright, it kind of give me, I sort of walked to a bit more purpose, it gave me a bit more sense of belief in myself. And like I say, it changes everything. You know what I mean? You can have less back problems. I think people address you differently as well, because you look confident. You know what I mean? So people come to you, then they can think this is a confident guy, so I guess you'll be more approached. You know what I mean? And people, yeah. You know, I guess you don't want to approach somebody who's not confident. You know what I mean?
100% of communication is non-verbal.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It's true, it's true. I say this all the time. I say if you turn around, somebody turns around and says to you, I'm happy, but they look angry, you just instantly assume they're angry, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, words are on to communicate, you know, expressions and stuff. But the real expression's in the thing, innit? Yeah, the non-verbal, man. So yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, man. Words of wisdom today, my friend. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, you too.
Give me some skin, yes.
I feel professional.
Oh, yeah.
Like a real exchange of ideas. It's Socratic. It was crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm enlightened after I might go to the library myself. What book are you going to read? He's going to go random and just. Are you going to know what you should do?
I will actually. Yeah.
You know what you should do? You should get a mop. Know when you spin around it when you're drunk, make yourself dizzy.
Yeah.
And then just like walk in the library and the first sort of book you land on.
I actually will. If I get kicked out.
Yeah, you might sort of wreck the library in the process, but you know, there's some fun to be had, or maybe not. Yeah. Nice talking to you, man. Have a good day. You take care, my friend. Amazing talk. This guy's a right character. Yes, respect. Yes. Take care. Thanks, bro. See you, buddy. See you.
Thanks, man.
Yes. What an amazing day, boss. Thank you, man. That was really good. That one.
He said he had real charisma.
That was really good. How long was that?
Like 10 minutes.
Whoa, that felt long, didn't it? Don't some spray, my friend.
Yeah, always
Are we going to do it? Let's do it. I'll tell you what. Let's.
Hit me.
I don't know what you're interviewing me for.
Okay, we're doing something.
Great interview, man. Yeah, you got some really good energy. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah.
Hit the books now, otherwise the energy going to drop off.
Yeah, this is it. Before it subsides.
Top,
This is it. Have a good day. You too. Yes. See you.
Good to meet you.
Take care. Bye. Bye.
Hi, this is Real People Talk. I'm Josh, and today I'm talking to
Sylvia.
Nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, so today we're going around and we're kind of asking people if you could go back in time to any point in your life and give your younger self a piece of advice and wisdom to guide themselves, what would you do and why?
I think it's such a difficult question because I think like the decisions that you make when you're younger, obviously that's like why I've got the life I have now, which I'm very happy with, but I think I wish I'd just kind of done what I wanted rather than like think about what other people thought of what I wanted to do. And especially at school, I think you get really torn into following people, which is not always like interested in. Like, I always ended up with friends who got on really well, but would end up doing things I wasn't really interested in. I think that's probably my main piece of advice. Just follow what I wanted to do. Not worry so much about what other people thought of me or what I was interested in.
You know what I really like about that? It's the first piece of wisdom you shared is the greatest wisdom, I think, in the sense that you can't change the past. So be proud of who you are, be proud of what life has turned you into. But then like the second piece of advice, kind of follow your purpose, listen to your inner intuition, kind of, I don't know, be your own leader, I guess?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a lot of value in just knowing who you are and having the confidence. I mean, it's easy to say when I look back on it now, because I'm like very different to when I was like 16 or something. And I think when you're a teenager, peer pressure is a huge thing. But having the confidence to just be who you are and be happy with that, I think it's a big thing.
Yeah, but it's like what has brought you to that realization through life?
I think I don't know. Should I? I think as my parents, when I was like thinking about what university to go to and like what to study at university, were just like do what you're interested in and you won't go far wrong. So I had no idea what I wanted to do, what job I wanted. The degree I did has nothing to do with what I do now, but I don't think that was a waste of time or anything at all. I think that being able to choose what I wanted to, rather than, I know a lot of people have pressure to study certain things or go to certain universities, like family, but I think that helped me to just be confident with gain more confidence with making decisions that were important and meaningful to me, rather than just like following a crowd. Yeah.
I think that's quite cool. I can actually relate to you quite a bit because I went to uni, and the thing I did for my degree is not what I do now. For a lot of my 20s, I spent time just doing things, I guess, to see what I liked rather than focusing on one specific purpose. But what did you study and what do you do now?
So I did a BA in modern languages and history of art. So I did French and Spanish.
Oh, cool.
I got to study abroad
Nice.
for a year, which was an amazing experience. And I think that is where a lot of confidence, it helped me grow a lot of confidence. Just having to kind of, if not everyone's going to speak English wherever you go, and like being forced into situations where I have to speak French or I have to speak Spanish, and I always hated. Like, I understand, I can write really easily and like grammar fine. I hated speaking. I just like found it so embarrassing. Hated doing it. And then I did a master's in museum studies, museum and gallery studies, which like my dream to work in a museum as like a adult learning coordinator or something like that. But I work in a private university, a private business university, just around the corner, as a support tutor, so like help with academic side of things. A lot of our students don't speak English as their first language, or they come from quite low income backgrounds, so they need a bit of extra support. They might have been out of study for anything up to like 30, 40 years, and obviously where their like native country is, the education system might be very different, so that's what I'm doing now.
Cool. It's like I'm actually practicing French at the moment, so then like, je comprends un peu le français.
Yeah.
But what I found curious about that, especially, was you want to work in the museum, you want to like teach people about the museum. Do you have like an affinity to history, a certain type of history? Does history mean a lot to you?
I find history very interesting, especially like social history, especially the last sort of like 60, 70 years. Especially like as well combined with sociology and how people and societies are like formed and come together, and what makes them different, what makes them similar, which kind of relates to languages as well, because obviously language is a huge part of culture.
Can I ask you something? What do you do now? Because you says what you studied and what you do now is different.
I work here as a support tutor in
private
university.
Oh, wicked!
It's a business school, so it's quite different to like anything I've ever done. But we've got amazing lecturers who take care of that side of things. What was I saying? Can't remember.
I don't know. I'm a bit lost now.
Languages, cultures, like that's language is a huge part of culture, and that's my degree. Like all the compulsory modules were like language learning, but then all the optional modules were about culture and society, and that's what I found really interesting, and that's why I chose to do museum and gallery studies, and that's what I find interesting, and wanting to help people, especially people from backgrounds where they don't feel necessarily comfortable in a museum space.
That's really good, that, sort of making the transition easy for people and stuff. That's it, because people don't always, do they? So that's nice. It's like you've got a right good heart. Which is good. I mean, anything what sort of bridges the gap so people can experience something new is a good thing. People sometimes want to do things but don't have the confidence to do it. So you're sort of bridging the gap, which is good. And you're bridging the gap to new experiences, which is going to make people better. So good on you.
Definitely. It's like I just got back from Portugal. I went for a week solo traveling just with a backpack.
Okay.
Do you have any trips planned, or are you going to go abroad?
I'm going to South Korea in November.
Nice.
This is the first time I've ever been outside of Europe, so it's like a very big trip.
Why South Korea?
So me and my partner, we've both signed up to this like travel emailing list where they just tell you when flights are really cheap,
Oh, nice.
I've always wanted to go to Asia. So the flights to South Korea were really cheap and we booked them. So
The only thing I like about that as well, you're probably going to go a place you wouldn't normally go just because of the price. But it's so expensive on holidays. I think you just tend to go to a place we like, maybe it's cheap.
Yeah.
And you'll take a gamble, you'll just experience more places.
Yeah.
So that's good, is that? Sign to something like that. Yeah, you're just going to get about more.
Yeah,
Places you wouldn't normally go. It's like pretty much like an all-you-can-eat buffet, but with flights. Now you go and like when you buy something at a restaurant, it could be expensive, so you'll stick to what you like. But when you go to a buffet, you eat what you want because you're paying anyway. You know what I mean? So you just tend to you just tend to do more. So that's good. Yeah.
Definitely. And before we go, I guess you spoke about your parents being a big influence on you, and that's a beautiful thing. I feel like good parents, I don't know if they're rare, whether they're kind of common, but when parents can guide a child in a good way, that's great. But then you also spoke about traveling for studies, and you had to like immerse yourself in this culture, speak in this different language.
Yeah.
That's probably had an effect as well, hasn't it? That
Yeah, I think
away?
so. I mean, it definitely made me come out of my shell quite a lot. Like I was very shy when I was younger. I think just going to university generally helped a lot with that. But then doing my year abroad, I think just being forced into situations where you're like, I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to say, or what the right language is for that, because I've never learned it.
It's out of your comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah, out of your comfort zone, exactly. Like I broke my phone and I had to go to a shop to try and get it fixed, and I didn't know any of the tech language in French at all, but somehow I managed.
Nice.
I got stuck on a platform late at night when I was waiting for a train that never turned up, and then me and this woman ended up sharing an Uber together. She couldn't speak a word of English. So
Did you go by yourself as well? Is that when you went by yourself?
So there was quite a few of us, 6 or 7 of us from my university that went. So we got very close because of that. And then I did half of it in France and the other half in Spain. And when I was in Spain, I was completely by myself, which I think then I had to force myself to go outside my friend group and make friends with other people as well.
The reason why I say that's really good, because I know when I go somewhere in a group, you tend to stay in your group. And even I'm really outgoing, but I just naturally stay in the group I'm with. So for you to go outside the group when you're with friends is really brave, because there's times I've sort of gone places. To be honest, I was quite young and I used to go to these martial arts classes, and when I went by myself, I'd really meet loads of friends. And when I went with my friends, I'd stay in the group, and even though I wanted to sort of make new friends, you just stay in the group you're in. So that's quite brave of you to sort of go somewhere with friends and still search outside the group, because that doesn't normally happen. I'm really outgoing, even I struggle with that. So you're probably more confident than you actually think. So there's definitely an outgoing person in there, even when you were young, I think. It just waiting to come out. Seems like it's blossomed good as well, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have a boss time in South Korea.
Yeah.
I hope you have an awesome
I'm really
time.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I will really appreciate your time.
That's all right.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's been great talking to you. Have an amazing day. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Cheers. Take care.
That's all
Bye.
right.
Bye.
You've spoken to quite a lot of people today.
You're our second today.
Oh, okay.
But
I saw you down there.
Yeah. It's nice when people see us. I think it makes them more comfortable with the idea themselves. But this will be episode 9, I think.
Okay.
So it's going well. People have a lot of very insightful things. People like you, who often say, I don't know if I have anything to say, they always tend to be really valuable people who give good wisdom. So be good. What colour are your eyes, by the way?
I always say hazel because I don't really know, to be honest.
It's like yellow, green, brown.
Everyone always comments on my eyes. I think they're quite different. Sometimes they're ambery, and sometimes they're more green.
Depends what alcohol you've been drinking.
Alright, perfect. Well, if you want to catch us, we're Real People Talk. You can get us on social, real.peopletalk, on YouTube, Real People Talk, and then you'll see yourself passing on wisdom to your younger self and everyone else who's watching. Alright, perfect. Have a great day.
Have an amazing day. Take care. Bye. Dude.
Thanks, bro.
The main man. Josh and Dave.
Yeah, so Dave is live streaming on his phone.
Yes, we're live streaming.
This is our spot. This is like the original spot, isn't it, Dave?
This is the
Got two
original.
things going
This is
at the same time.
this is our spot, people. Yes, two at the same time. This is how we do it. Now I can see somebody on the phone, but we've got a gentleman up here. We can maybe talk to him. Should we give it a go, Josh, my friend?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Let's hit it.
All right.
So,
Not my best hair day.
oh, don't you worry about it. Just cheers. So this is Real People Talks. My name is Dave, and today we're talking to.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, Ella. Put it there.
Nice to meet you.
Amazing smile, Ella. What have you been up to today with yourself?
Working.
Oh, nice. What do you do?
I'm a children's doctor.
Oh, nice. Oh, man. Fighting a good fight. I like it. I should have known, actually. You do have that sort of nice, friendly manner about you. So, yeah, I can see you sort of doing that job. How long have you done it? So, I think
A while.
A while, so she definitely enjoys it.
I do.
So the question we've got today is, if you was to step back in time, if you was to moonwalk back to yesteryear, I sort of picture yesteryear being over there somewhere. If you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself and why?
I would say do it all, and even the stuff that you regret, it's okay. Do it. I would have done it again anyway.
I like that. Yeah.
I think you can't. We're not trying to live lives where we get it all perfect, are we? We're trying
This
to
is
live lives
true.
where we put ourselves out there and learn and have fun.
That's
and
great, yeah.
I think even if you do something stupid, or even if you make a massive error, and I can think of several names that were probably massive errors, it's still.
Are these men by any chance? yeah. It's always the man's fault.
Always. But I don't actually regret any of them, even if they were probably terrible life choices, because you
I
don't,
love it. You're so political.
because you don't learn and grow otherwise.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's true. It's
It
true.
was probably fun while it lasted.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. You've got a good point. I do think to myself, but in them situations where when bad things happen, that's when you probably learn the most about yourself. When it's it's almost like when you have children, they're kind of brought up and nothing really bad happens, then they go to the big wide worlds and they kind of, what? But they probably never move out, or if they do move out, it's brief. It's brief. You know, 45-year-olds are still at home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you sort of need that bad experience. I think they sort of mould us. You know what I mean? So you're right.
I think
yeah.
as long as you stay safe and as long as you surround yourself with people who really care about you, then the mistakes will kind of figure themselves out.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. And the mistakes aren't really mistakes, they're just chances to learn and grow.
Exactly.
And I guess, you make a mistake, you learn from that, and then the next process situation you have, you can sort of put that positive stuff, what you learn from that and that. So yeah, I like it. So your advice is, do it all.
Crack on.
I like it, crack on. Whereabouts are you from?
Edinburgh.
Oh, you've been in Leeds. She's been in Leeds too
Yeah.
long.
I've lost my accent.
Yeah. It's just how you went crack on. Sounding more Yorkshire than me. Then give me an high five. She's from Edinburgh, but she's indoctrinated into Leeds. In Leeds, yeah. Have an amazing day, though.
You too.
Good to see you.
Nice
What
to
is it?
meet you.
Enjoy your evening, and yeah. Keep fighting the good fight, and remember,
Thank
Pete, let's look down the cannon. Do it all. Tell them, do it all.
Do it all.
Do it all. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Take care. See you. Bye.
Thank you so
Bye. That was wicked. That was all. Josh, that was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dave, I'm really feeling your energy today. You know what I mean? You're going out to people, you're making them feel immediately comfortable. You're getting in the right posture for the right moment. You're on fire, man. You're on fire.
Oh man, yesterday I'm feeling the vibe today, man. Yeah, I went down, saw my lunch mates on Test Pack lunch, and saw down there a few other people. Andrea, I see you watching. Yes, my homie. Tell Dave I said hi. I didn't see you, but hopefully I shall catch you soon. But I saw the lunch mates. They made me feel good. And I can see some more people to interview her. She's looked over 2-3 times. Let's go interview her. Josh, let's make a move.
Go for it.
Let's go, compadre. Oh no, I think if I approach them now, they're quite far away, and it could be considered stalking, so I'll leave it alone. Come here. We don't want a felony live on Instagram. Right, so let's go. Who can we interview next? Next person. This man here. How you doing, my friend? Are you good?
No,
Do you want to talk? Oh, no problems. Have an amazing day anyway. Yeah, we are. Would you like to be interviewed? I think you've got the energy for it. I can say, look at this man's energy. I'm getting pumped. Yes. What's your name, my friend? Nice to meet you, Thomas. I'm Dave. Give me some skin, my friend. So, we're just interviewing people, asking general questions. The question we're asking today is, if you go back in time and you could chat to yourself, what advice would you give yourself?
Don't waste my time.
Don't waste your time. Would you like to give that good advice on camera?
I can, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
I don't look really good, guys.
Do you know what? You look amazing for our show. My main man Josh here is going to interview you. He's excellent.
Right, cool.
He's just amazing.
Right, that's it,
This
man.
yes, I like you. Off the cameras on goal. Yes, he's filming me. I'm filming him. It's like an episode of Crime Watch. So you know, yes.
Well, it's good, Thomas. So many cameras.
Have a good day, my friend. So
Good to meet you.
yes.
Alright, cool. So this is Real People Talk. I'm Josh, and today I'm talking with
Thomas.
Good to meet you, Thomas. So today we're going around and we're asking people if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self. It can be at any point in your life, and you can give yourself a piece of advice or guide yourself in any way. What would you say and why?
I would say like don't waste your time,
Don't waste your time.
because mostly now I feel like I'm wasting my time. So I could use my time like for more productive things.
That's quite interesting. So you go back and
The
you
main
say,
man on
don't waste your
camera
time, be more productive. But then my question to that would be, could you give yourself that advice now? Is that how you're living now? Not wasting your time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And where are you from? Like your accent?
Hungary.
Hungary, cool.
Hungary, yeah.
And what brings
Originally.
you originally from Hungary? And what brings you to England?
I've been living in England for 13 years.
13 years. And what do you think of England compared to Hungary?
I would say it's like a more relaxed life than in Hungary. It's more relaxed. You have enough money. You can live from your money. You can save your money. And I don't want to make comparisons to political situations because it wouldn't be fair, you know, like. So I would say it's easier to find a job in England, and professionals are like better paid, I would say.
So you say there's quite a lot of opportunity in England.
Yeah.
If you get a job, you can probably sustain a decent life. You can like afford a place.
Or even for businesses, like if you are a businessman, you have like a bigger demand for like any kind of products. And I would tell you that in England, if you have like a good product, you can sell it to anybody.
That's good advice. That's good advice.
Like because if you have a good supply, you can just look around and see that you have like millions of demand for a good product.
Clever.
Even for like the smallest product.
Yeah. Find a niche in the market, or not even a niche, just something that everyone uses that maybe someone's not tailored to at the moment.
I don't, I'm afraid, my friend, but have an amazing day. Cheers, compadre. Right, back to the interview.
I always feel for people like that, because I think he's on crutches, he looks like he's struggling, you know what I mean? But what, in terms of England, like you say there's opportunity. When I've spoke before to people who are from abroad, they say that they feel like England is quite diverse and they've been accepted here and the people have been good to them. Is that your experience as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That always makes me happy to know that my home is like treating people well who come here. So.
But it depends on the city. Like London is like more diverse than Leeds.
Yeah, that's true.
Because London is like bigger in size.
Yeah. So have you done much travelling around England?
Yeah, I have been to many places in England, including London, Leeds, Manchester, Liverpool, Blackpool, Margate, Hull, the Lake District, many places. Newcastle.
This guy's been racking up some air miles, Josh. He's been around, hasn't he? I like it.
Yeah, I like England. You know, like the countryside of England is really beautiful. When you live like a big town like Leeds, and you go outside.
Oh, it's so nice, isn't it?
You see a lot of sheep all around. And farmhouses.
Is it like that in Hungary? What's Hungary like? Does it have a lot of green? Because I've never been. Does it have a lot of greenery there?
The difference would be like that in England, the countryside is like mostly like farmhouses.
Okay, yeah.
And in Hungary, you have like more free places, not just farmhouses.
Oh, like open space?
Yeah, like open spaces.
Oh, right. Oh,
on
right.
the countryside, I mean, like forests, for example,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like bigger forests. I actually lived in a forest when I was like 16 years old.
Oh, describe it to me. Did you have a house in the forest, like Little Red Riding Hood style?
We had like a village house, I would say,
Oh,
in
wicked.
the middle of the forest.
Was anyone around? Or
Yeah,
was it
yeah,
just-
where was your
just you?
closest?
So, like our neighbor was like 800 meters from us,
Yeah.
and we had like a forest all around the village.
So did you did you cut logs up for fire and stuff like that? Did you hunt, or did you have somewhere what was quite close for like your yeah? How did
So
you?
it was like
I just find
10
it quite
kilometers.
interesting because some people go like off grid, don't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
It was like 10 kilometers away from a small village, and the population of the village was like 2,000,
Ah.
and this one was like only like a road.
Uh-huh.
And my grandmother lived like 500 meters from us on the other side of the road.
Nice.
Ah.
So we lived like here,
Uh-huh.
and they lived on the other side, and we like transported like goods, and we actually visited our grandparents with bike
Yeah.
on like how do you say, like naval road, like
A track.
a track, yeah,
Yeah.
like a track, yeah.
That's beautiful, man. So do you look
We
back
had-
on those memories quite fondly? Like they were good times
I
with
have a lot
family.
of families from like that area, and we had a lot of animals, for example, like
Yeah.
goats, rabbits, like cats, dogs.
It's really nice to hear because like this in England, I mean, you know, I don't know nobody who lives in a forest. And I was friends with one guy back in the day, and his dad was a park ranger in Leeds, and because he was a park ranger, he lived back then. If he was a park ranger, if there was a house in the park, you'd live in the house in the park.
Yeah.
So I won't mention his name because, you know, obviously he might not want me to mention his name, even though he's a good friend of mine. But he lived in the park for years. But that's the only person I know because his father worked for the council and was quite high up. But people generally living in woodland, it doesn't happen, especially when it's in the middle of nowhere. So that's a good story to hear, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you
It's
think?
quite unique.
Do you think you want to go back to that in the future? That kind of like nature, animals, kind of family orientated scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That appeals to me as well. As I get older, I would like to settle
because
into that.
it's like self-contained, and you can get everything what you need for yourself
Yeah.
from the garden.
Yeah. You know where it's come
Everything.
from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I appreciate talking to you, Thomas. Like, you
Thank
had
you so
some
much.
Good
Thank you
insight.
so
like-
much, guys.
That was excellent, amazing speaking to you,
I
my
wish I
friend.
can see myself back from somewhere on the social media.
Yeah, it'll be on social
you'll be
media,
able
yeah.
to, yeah, I mean,
Thank you so much, guys.
yeah, if you go on Real People Talks.
Yeah, we're called Real
yeah.
People Talk. So on YouTube, if you type in Real People Talk,
Okay.
this will be episode 9. There are 5 episodes out
Okay.
so far. And we've got our social media, real.peopletalk.
Okay, thank you so much,
Instagram.
guys.
So
No
yeah, it's been
worries,
amazing
Thomas.
speaking
Yeah,
to you.
yeah,
though.
appreciate you, man.
Because you're in a
Thank you.
different country, just like, you know, the experiences and, like you say, growing up in woodland and stuff. So yeah, and it's good that you've travelled about, you know, travelled about to
Oh,
experience
yeah,
new things,
before I go,
yeah.
I really wanted to ask you. I'm from Liverpool. What did you think of Liverpool as a city?
I
As
like
a-
Liverpool.
You like the people?
Liverpool has like a very special atmosphere
Yeah.
all around. I think it's because it's on the seaside. And when you go down the seaside and you arrive to that to the museum of the Beatles,
Oh yeah. The
that's
Matthew
a really
Street
nice
and that,
place.
yeah.
I think it's called the pier.
The pier. Oh, the
Pier,
the
yeah.
pier, yeah, with the Liver building, the big building with a bird on top.
That's
I think
a
it's
nice
called the
place
pier.
over
Yeah.
there.
Oh, the Albert Dock. You mean the
that
Albert
one,
Dock? Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Oh.
Amazing speaking to you. Have
Yeah,
a good
thank
day,
you, Thomas.
my
You have a
friend.
great day.
guys.
Cheers, you
Yeah.
too. Take care.
I
Cheers.
appreciate it, guys.
It's
Yeah,
okay,
good,
man.
man.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, my friend. My pleasure.
I appreciate
Well, I've got
it.
to give this guy some skin. Come on, live on Insta. Give me a yeah, boys, going out to my Hungarian brothers. I like it. Yes, give me another one. Yes, I'm telling you, we're sharing skin, and you know when we're doing that, man, it's a joyous event. The sun's out there. This guy's got he's travelled down the UK. He's got positive energy, and I like it. Give me another one. We'll part with some skin. Yes. Have a good day, compadre. Dude, yes.
See you later.
This gentleman here wants to be interviewed, so let's have a look back. I'm getting a little bit warm, so.
Okay.
This one, yes.
The spray's going on.
I'm prepping myself. We're ready. Let's do it. Right.
Oh, and right.
So yes, nice to meet you, my friend. My name's Dave. Pop it there. Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, so me and my colleague, we're doing a web series called Real People Talk. We're just chatting to people about general things, you know. You seem like a bit of a character. I can tell when we come over, man, you'd be a good person to interview. Yeah, and you're up for it, so give me a high five.
Hey.
Respect to that. What have we been up to today, mate? What have we doing?
So today I just came back from work. We work at the same place.
Oh, you work at the same place? Yes, so this guy and this guy are partners in crime, compadres.
Exactly.
Yes, I like yes. So what do you guys do?
So we do crimes around the city.
Oh, do what?
I'm joking.
He just can't, yes! Original gangster! Booyah! What crimes do you do? Guy trying to say, yes!
No, we do, so
I'm only kidding. This guy, the only crime this guy does is being too sociable and too friendly and too badass.
That's right.
Yes, is it? Yes, so what do you do with yourself?
So I'm studying for doing computer-aided design, CAD.
Oh, nice. When somebody told me about CAD, I thought about Cadbury's chocolate, man. I didn't want to run about this is computer design, yeah.
So doing that, and we're together in a warehouse at the moment. So I'm studying that, because I used to do marketing, and then I thought it's not really my thing. I want to change into another career.
It's definitely good to diversify, my friend. Do something you really love. And like I say, what you can do is you can do something just to bring the money in, just until you can get to where you sort of going, man. So good on you. Good on you. Yeah, the question today, I sort of digressed a little bit and started getting a bit silly, which is always fun, but that's what we do. But so the question. Yeah, so the question today is, drum roll, please. Drum roll! Yeah, so the question is, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give your younger self? What would be beneficial now? And it could be anything. The great thing about this is there is no wrong answer.
Right.
Because it's just unique to you.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah.
Right. Well, what would I say to my younger self? That's a good question. I mean, I know you just did to Thomas a moment ago. What would I tell myself? I say to venture, perhaps. I got so many answers. I say perhaps venture out more. I'd say.
That's because venture out more.
I do a lot of different things, different hobbies and that. But it's the mainly are being inside the house sort of thing.
I see.
So very artistic, but typically the artistic things, the making them is typically creative. Basically, creative activities tend to do by yourself. You are right. It's feels more comfortable in your own home. So it's interesting that as I've been signing up to more events like outside and. So
you've been doing complete opposite now, sort of getting out more.
Yeah. Now I do squash and a few other things, but so basically the thing is, I would say to enjoy being inside the house and doing hobbies inside, but also get out more and enjoy what the outside world offers.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, you are right, to be honest with you.
Make the best of both things. Sorry.
Do you know what? No, you're totally right. I think a lot of creatives do that. If you're painting, you're doing art, there's a lot of things that are really creative or, I guess need a lot of internal focus. So you're right, they do so you can isolate yourself to a degree, just to sort of get into a quiet space, just so you can get into that creative genius.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know what you mean. It's what is it, it's good to sort of get them creative juices flowing and explore and just explore internal and do something good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's good to do that. And it's also good to get out and about. But that's a good thing. That is a good thing, because I can get out and about. I mean, your social skills get up. You get a bigger friend group, and they're going to experience you and open up to new things, which means you're just going to kind of life gets better.
Yeah.
You just come across more people you come across, I guess, the more chance you've got of meeting nice people. So good advice. So if you could go back in time, if you could moonwalk back to the 80s or how far back he wants to go, he would say...
Not the 80s, the 90s.
No, the 90s. 90s. He moonwalk back to the 90s with the Jordan Air ones and all that lot. And this is it, like, yeah, boy, no crimes in this hood.
No
just
crimes.
No crimes.
All good vibes.
This is a peace sign. Respect. But yeah, but yeah. If he could go back in time, he would get out more. Yeah. And that's a good thing, because get out more, socialise.
Yeah.
Get the fresh air, because the vitamin D, man, the sun's good for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I always turn on the same when they want to punish people. What do they do? They send them to prison. Yeah. And then when they're really bad, they put them in solitary confinement.
Can I say? Sorry.
No. Find a way, man. I like it. So the juices are flowing. Hit me with the vocab. Hit me with the vocab. Yes. Yeah. Go on. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I once worked night shift in a previous job for a bit, and I that changed my perspective. Like now, for example, there's some people, you don't eat all clouds, you don't see the sun or that. For me now, if there's daylight coming to the window, it's enough. I'm happy. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that well, I don't know.
No, do you know?
I lost myself there.
No, do you know what? You've got a good point though. It's like I sort of worked nights for this is many years ago. I worked nights for a little bit, and I sort of found, but you just kind of. It's like anything. I think when something's in short supply, we just appreciate it more.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I remember when I wasn't working for a short space of time, and then I worked, and I did more when I was working than when I wasn't working.
Yeah.
The time was so limited because I was working 6 days a week. On that one day off, I used to do all sorts. Whereas when I was unemployed for a period of time, I didn't do anything. I had that abundance of time and did nothing. So I know what you mean. It's you're working night shifts. You haven't got the ability to go out because you need to sleep, because you need to be in the right headspace for work. And with that, you could just go. You just got what is it? You just any little bit of light, like you say, you're just going to appreciate it because it's almost like it doesn't come often. So when it comes, it's good.
I just remembered the link. So if. Basically,
this guy's professional. He says link.
Let him get it out.
Link. Say link. Yes.
So
yeah, boy.
So basically, be inside, but also be outside. Enjoy creating what you need yourself, but also enjoy what the world has to offer.
And do you know what I say as well? The thing I like about this guy, Josh, and this is what I reckon. We have to get our vitamin D. From the sun,
exactly,
and not from a bottle of tablets.
Exactly.
It's true.
Like you guys do with this interview.
Yes. Oh man, give me some skin.
Go on.
Yes.
There you go.
My friend Josh got a question.
Go on.
What I really like about what you said is that working in the dark has made you appreciate the light in a different way. And now you don't necessarily have to be in the light, but if you even see it, or you're in your bed and you see it coming through the window, that means something more to you now than it once did.
Yeah, like before it was like, well, I'm originally from Spain.
Okay, cool.
So hey, there you go.
Yeah. So, Spain have got the bad out. Man, you guys got the best footballers. I'm telling you. We'll watch football, but we got to Spain. La Liga. It's not La Liga.
Valencia.
Yeah, but we get Valencia. Good actually. Is that where you're from?
Yeah, from that there, yeah.
Come on, yes, he's used his hot weather, man. So you saying, I digress, go back to my friend Josh. Josh,
go on.
Hit with it, bad boy. Hit with it.
You were saying something about being in Spain, I guess. Did you encounter the sun a lot? And
but basically, that we used to a lot of sun, and that you come here and it's quite different, of course. I mean, I've been half my life here now. But basically what I'm trying to say is that once you see how it is to be without sun, you really, as long as there's a bit of sun, as long as there's enough,
you're grateful.
You're grateful.
Yeah.
What you're saying about when you have little something.
Do you know what? That's really good because a lot of people are grateful. I mean, we're searching, that dopamine hit, that dopamine rush all the time, like a little crazy squirrel looking for a nut.
I tell you what, when
hit me with it. Go on. He's dropping knowledge. Josh is dropping knowledge. Yeah, boy. So it's gone back over. God. He's dropping bombs. Yeah, go on. Hit me with it.
Like when the sky is all white with clouds, you cannot see anything else. I think I am called like paper sky, as in because I like to draw. So I see a positive side. Of course, I'm just making it up in my head, but I imagine someone's drawing us from the outside. I don't know. I found it very, very, very pretty.
You know, it's really
You can
good. It's
imagine it
good.
that way.
Do you know what? Yeah, because I guess
It's like a huge paper. That's,
listen,
I don't know.
it's the thing about no, I totally
Yeah.
understand. I guess because you're looking
Yeah.
you're looking at something from like an artist's perspective. So you're looking, thinking, you know, how would it go? How would it draw? How would it look on the paper?
Yeah.
What's the texture? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, I'm like that with martial arts. I look at it and I think because I used to teach and I look at everything. I look at like, you know, I used to look at right, you know, how would I move around this? And when I was really into it, I used to be like right. I used to like think to myself, what improvised weapons do this and what does that, and what's my surroundings like? What can I use? And I used to, because I was in that mindset, I used to think about it all the time. So I know what you mean. So I'd walk and I'd think to myself, right then, so. And I'd just be walking down the street and I'd be like, this could be an obstacle, that could be an obstacle. And you sort of, because I guess I was combat mind framed, everything I used to look at from a combat perspective.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're an artist, you're going to look at everything from an artist's viewpoint. So you're going to look and be like, oh, this could be drawn like that, that could be drawn like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I guess that's how you're inclined. And with me, with the martial arts, I was like, oh, well, this could be, that could be. Even to the point where it's like, if I threw a kick on this, it'd be slipping because the shoes I'm wearing, and the gravel, and you look at every little thing. So I guess as an artist, you're going to be, So even though it's different, it's same, I can see.
Yeah.
Booyah, yes, I bonded with somebody. Brother. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Just give me your boy.
Yeah, boy.
Well, this is really awesome. Give me another one. Yes. This is going down to my Spanish contingent. I love it. Yes. And my Hungarian brother. Yes. Hungarian brother. Have a good day, guys. Yes. See you.
We've got loads of content.
But I was meant to cut the grass this week on Tuesday, and I got home and my missus was like, "Oh, you're gonna cut the grass?" I'm like, I had some stuff planned. I didn't really want to, but it has to be done because it's a bit of a mess, and you know, and she's asked me to do it, and she's an amazing woman, so I have to do it because I want to do it because she's amazing.
Scoring points.
You're scoring points all the way. So thingy. So I've got to go back and do that.
I think we've got loads of content.
After we've done this, which I don't really want to, but it does need to be doing. So I'm going to take myself, stop being lazy and do it. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Watch the Real People Talks Network. This is where we've got a lot of this stuff on. This is the first one I'm doing live, but we've got a few more, stuff on there. So go have a little look. It's good fun. And peace out, my compadres. I shall see you soon. Yes.
Smashed today, Dave. Well done.
Smashed it.